guys, welcome back to Your Connection podcast with myself, Kiki Nemad.
And Kevin Lamard. Yeah.
We're back again. We're
Yep.
back again. Fun.
Another episode. So,
So why are you looking like that?
They said after a storm, there must be a calm.
There must be a calm after the storm. Why are you looking like that? You look sexy though.
I've had it done fun. So let's listen. I mean, we're about to tackle a topic which is like,
I just complimented you. I said you look sexy, and
Oh,
you're
thank
gonna
you.
jump into the topic.
Thank you, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I got other audience to feed as well.
What? So
they're looking for the story right now. Anyway, guys. I mean, thank you so much.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for following us. Thank you for supporting. To everyone
Keep subscribing.
yes, please subscribe, please share, please like, please comment. And keep supporting us even on social media. Thank you so much for the inboxes as well.
We've been getting some really great
The love.
feedback. The love. I mean,
We
it's
love
genuine.
Thank you.
So I mean, we just look to grow together as a family, which involves the audience and everyone that's involved. So I mean, it just us sharing, sharing stuff. We're living in a time and age where we have so much platforms to do stuff like this. With us growing up or even back in the days, they didn't have access to all of this. So information is right at our fingertips, and we're trying to do our part in terms of sharing those information with you guys. So yeah, we're happy, and we're here again with another topic. So
yeah, we're back. And I want to ask you a question. Do you think the present father gets enough credit?
Well, I guess this is going to be our topic today then. So this is what we're going to be talking about then.
Yes, so that's what we're going to be talking about. Do you think the present, because we see a lot of, as women, which I'm going to blame my sisters for this. We tend to bash the absent father a lot. We put so much energy and bash the absent father, which they deserve to be bashed. But then when there's a present father, we don't make the same noise.
I think fathers in general don't get the credit that they're supposed to get.
Okay.
But I mean, us being guys, I mean, I love the credit and everything. Like, I mean, I know within myself personally that I'm doing my best as a father, as a role model, as a husband, stuff like that. But like you said, the moment somebody, I think bad in general gets more attention than good. And that's known.
True. Yeah.
So it works the same with the fathers as well. Like, because the ratio is so messed up, whereas in, oh my God, there's so many bad fathers. No, I have to blame my peers here. I have to blame my boys here, because I mean, they just go around making babies and they're not there. Oh my God. Do you know the impact of the impact that a father has, like in any child's life, kid's life, whatever it is? I mean, it's a huge impact. Because not everybody is self-motivated. Like my mom had to turn the father. Like, she had to do a duo, to be the mother and the father.
Roles,
and she played both roles really well. And the reason for that was obviously because my father was absent, and not because he was deceased or anything like that. It was just the norm for fathers to be absent. I don't know the reason why, but this dates way back. This is not something that just started now. I mean, you're finding a lot more fathers getting on board now and getting involved.
Yes.
But I want to encourage it, because like I said, it plays a significant role of you being a part of their life. Even if you're not together anymore with the mother.
Yes.
I mean, you still
the
have
child has to be a part of it.
Yeah, oh my God. The results are overwhelming. Like we've seen it so many times. Like the way I see my kids attached to me. And it's not only because I spoil them, like the bond that I share with them, I can see the impact to the point where I try to be as human as possible, but pity do they know that there are days when you're not okay. But even when I'm not okay, I try to still show because they feed
you
from
still
you.
show up as a father.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it just because majority rules, but in the same sentiment, I think women need to start crediting the ones that are there. Because again, you find that even though there's a present father and he's doing pretty well and stuff, whenever there's like arguments or stuff like that, the woman would date back. Let's say she had a bad experience. She has another baby father. And that baby father is not a part of the child's life, whatever it is, which I've seen so many times. I mean, of, fathers being stepfathers to other guys' kids.
Yes.
Because guess what? If I'm with you and you come along with another child, I can't consider that. I mean,
you can't separate.
Yeah, he or she doesn't have to call me daddy. But I know that I'm gonna be a father figure in the sense of being a man in general. You know what I'm saying? The fact that I'm around. So I mean, like, again, there's so much to it here because, like I said, I blame my brothers here totally. I mean, like I said, this date way back. I mean, there's so many single mothers growing up. Like I've known so many single mothers growing up. You did have few fathers though who definitely were there. I'm not gonna be bashing everyone here, but majority rules again. So it's just something that it has become like something where it's paced onto us as guys in general now. So the moment you hear the word father, there's no good side to it. Because most fathers are known to walk out on their kids.
So do you think that because of what happened in the past, that we have this mental thing in our heads that fathers are known to be away, that whenever there is a good father who's doing good, doing what he's supposed to do, we live on the edge thinking they're going to walk away and leave the child.
Well, I mean, they're two.
So we don't give them that credit.
There's two sentiments to that, because again, the ratio of those fathers who are just making babies, it's still high. Making babies and not having the presence, that ratio is still high.
It's still high, yeah.
So you have that, and as long as the fact that, like you said, you have those mental challenges as a woman. I mean, you've seen your mother probably raised by herself, that type of thing. So that's still fresh in a lot of our heads, are still stuck in our heads. So it's not like the ratio is going anywhere, but I don't want us to be just looking at the bad part of the ratio here, because there are still fathers stepping up on the ladder and trying to make a difference, but they're not being recognized for it.
Yeah, that's where I think the challenge or the sadness comes in. Because I remember I posted something one time on social media some time back where I had seen, I was dropping off Kia at school, our firstborn. So I used to see this gentleman. He was married before, and then they got divorced during when the child was still in school. So we kind of like saw that transition of the child living with one parent.
Right.
So the child used to live with it was a sad thing. The child used to live with the mother, but then the father used to show up to school every day when the mother was dropping off the child.
Okay.
Every day the gentleman was there to still say have a good day to his daughter every day. And when it was sad. I get emotional just thinking about it, because I still see the whole thing, how it happened. And I remember I posted about it on social media. I said, this gentleman, ever since the divorce, he has not stopped his duties as a father. He continued. Even though he's not the one bringing the child to school, he is still showing up there every day. He's there to hug the child, pick up the child with the mother in the afternoon. And it was beautiful to watch and very, so then I posted that to say, I feel like we don't give enough credit to the fathers that are there. And I want to applaud this gentleman for not turning his back on his family, or turning his back particularly on his child. He didn't turn his back on his child. Yes, he's not with the mother, but he didn't leave the child. He still showed up when it mattered. He was there. So it blew up on social media where people were saying, well, not a lot, a lot of people were saying, yes, present fathers don't get enough credit. A few people were saying, why are you applauding him for doing what he's supposed to do?
You see that stigma that's right there? That's how we feel. Because there's a stigma there where women think that, you see, the same stigma that they feel that, hey, a father is supposed to be a father. It's his job, which is known. But that stigma would not be placed on a mother who is absent. You know what I'm saying? And be showing up. If it was the other way around, that person would not be saying that.
Yeah, we call the men sperm donors when they are absent. The women are not called just egg donors.
No,
they're still the mothers.
They're still the mothers, you know.
Like, but the men don't get that.
Oh my God, women are always applauded. I mean, for us guys, you know, like guys are absent for different reasons. I mean, you have a lot of guys that makes up most of the ratio who are just, you know, sperm donors, for example.
And some are not absent by choice.
But then some are not absent by choice. Like, I mean, you have fathers that will work, say, a long shift, then, for example, you know, so by the time they get home, and I can say this because I know it happens, you know, by the time they get home, the child is obviously asleep already. You know what I'm saying? So they would kiss the child wouldn't even know. So all the child is seeing is the mother.
Yeah.
Not knowing that, you know, the father has to work a 15-hour shift, for example.
Yeah.
By the time he gets home, it's just to take a shower. By the time he's leaving in the morning again, you're not awake.
You're not awake, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was still, because I lived those testaments because I've known of it. And I remember even when my mom used to be playing the Dior role, that was something that my mom used to do. We never used to get to see our mom at some point.
Yeah, because she had to hustle.
And, you know, I applaud her for that. You know, I can't take that away from her. She was a father. You know when a woman get into that father mood.
Yeah.
Different from when they get into the mother mood. You know, it's, you know.
And I feel like we get robbed as women when you have to play a role of being a father when you're not supposed. We are born to be mothers. We are born to nature. We are born to, you know, we were not born to lead in that way. That's a father's role, and no woman can replace a father in a child's life. So when you see women chasing away fathers from their child's life, because there are women who do that. There are women who, I don't know if they don't know better or what, but they would choose that the father be absent because they're not getting their way, let's say, with the father. So they would rather punish the child just so that, you know, meanwhile the father will be like, I want to do this for my child. I want to be present. I want to pick up the child from this. I want to do this. I want to do that. But they don't get that. They get blocked. Because
like, again, you know, there are so many sides to it, but then again, I can't say this enough to say that, you know, this was caused by us being absent from day one, right? It doesn't give us a leeway or anything, because the fact that we're here now, we should be credited.
Yes.
I mean, I know for a fact I do my best when it comes down to my kids. I mean, I work long hours and stuff, but I made that. I remember when I used to work 7 days. That shit was draining because I never used to get to spend time with them kids. Like, anytime you ask my kids anything about me, they'll be like, I know all daddy works hard. Because they know I'm always, because they don't see the hustle that I'm putting into it just to make, you know, things better for them in terms of, you know, it's not that I don't want to spend time with them, but then I learned to cherish time. Whereas in, you know, I would take that one day, like when I have this particular day or moment, whatever it is, I make use of it to say, you know, like, you know, to spend time or to bond with them or stuff like that, because it's needed. We're both needed in a child's life. You know what I'm saying? It can affect some of us. Not everybody's strong as me. I wasn't raised with a father.
Yeah.
But I didn't come out to be the worst dad.
Yeah. No, you actually became the opposite.
You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't, because I always tell myself that, I don't want to be, and regardless of the fact that my father was absent, I still love him. Because at the end of the day, he's my father. I can't change it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know the reason. A lot of guys, another thing is that I think a lot of guys are also like they're like embarrassed, they're ashamed in the sense of like they know that they're not able to meet certain needs for the child right? Don't get me wrong, it's not all of them. But I'm pretty sure you have like like a portion that's there, that's because with guys, with us, we're known to lead. And whenever we can't, if you want to break a guy down, the moment you get to the point where he's not able to lead or not able to do certain things that he know that he's supposed to do as a man, that should will cramp you.
Yeah.
Like if I know I can't provide for my kids right now because I can't go to work or whatever it is, that shit kills me. You know what I'm saying? So you have a lot of guys who are in that spot, whereas like they get cramped because they know that they can't meet certain needs. For example, like the child needs, and you're reminded by the mother, that hey, the child needs this, the child needs that.
And
oh my God, you feel so bad that you can't provide because it's a bittersweet story because it was so sweet, like, but then you have people who just be making babies, just for no reason. Just believing,
knowing very well they're not able to take care of
the mother, it's hard for the mother to walk away from the child.
Yeah, very.
Because if the guy decide that he wants to break up while the mother is, say, 7 months pregnant, what the mother can do? Because the mother can't do a termination that time.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? True. So there's a bittersweet side to it, but I mean, like.
But I must say this to you. I know I give you compliment all the time about being a good father, and I'm gonna say it right now that I want to give you your flowers right now because you are one of the best fathers that I know.
Yeah,
you give your all. Yes, you spoil the kids. That's a fact.
I will never stop.
You see, he spoils the kids, and but then being
it's from a good place. Though.
Yes,
I'm not doing it because I don't want them to know what certain things is like or what certain. I'm doing it from a spot where like like when you have experienced certain things or you're seeing certain things, so it's like man, I wanna have so much fun with my kids. Like I wish I had this fun with my dad. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I was robbed all of that. I didn't get none of that.
Yeah.
The only thing I can remember my father doing was probably whooping me.
Whooping you?
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, from that, I know somewhere in his heart, I think he had something for me, but then he had other issues that he had to deal with. It's like, when you're not ready to be certain things, like you're not ready to be a father, it's like now I'm looking back at it, oh my God, it's crazy. I was robbed of so much stuff. My mom had to play all those roles, and there are certain things, it doesn't matter how a woman is trying to play it, they can't play it well enough.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean I don't appreciate it, because I appreciate everything that my mom has done in terms of being on the father figure side and stuff, but there are certain things that she couldn't do.
She couldn't do. They remember when Tupac was talking about his upbringing as well, saying his father was absent, and he was saying that my mother did play both roles, but the only thing my mother could do was show me where my manhood was,
right.
But she couldn't teach me
you
how to be a man.
Right.
So, which is understandable. You're like, wow, that's so deep. So the presence of a father in a child's life, it goes like way deeper than than you can imagine. It goes way deeper, and those are kind of like scars that you get cut, and you don't, they never heal. They never heal, and as a person grows older, you realize that you're stuck with these certain scars.
Right.
That are never going to go away.
Right.
And you're stuck in the middle of which road to take. And a lot of there are only a few who turn out to be like you. who'll be like, I don't want to be like my father. I don't want to be like my dad. But then some of them inherit that. That I don't know what it is to love
genes,
a child, so I'm not going to love one.
Genes are real in us. Like you look at it, there are certain blood traits that you can't replace.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you're coming from that particular tree. You're a branch of that tree. Right? So, but like, you can still make certain decisions, like the decisions that I've made. It's just because of, like I said, like, I want my kids to have stuff that I didn't have. And that's one of the most important one, is to have a father.
Yeah.
No matter what. Anybody can tell you, I might have a lot of kids. And the reason for that is because I love kids. Plus, I don't want my kids to be ever lonely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want them to have each other. Because I remind my kids every day to say, listen, you guys can fight all you want. You can do everything that you want. At the end of the day, I want you guys to know this. The only person that you're sure of having is each other. The rest of people out there, they're just there. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to be there for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not that I spoil them by, I just do it because of love, like the love that I have for them. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I want them to have the presence of a father. Something that I was robbed of, but I didn't use it to poison their, their
you
upbringing.
Didn't punish them.
I didn't punish them
somebody else.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I make sure that I show up every time. I make sure that I grime as hard as I grime, because apart from myself, I can survive. I'm a survivor.
You hustle.
You know what I'm saying? But I think I go as hard when I'm motivated by my kids. Every time that alarm goes off, that thing ticks in my head.
Then you gotta get up. You gotta get up.
If I don't want to get up, I'm gonna get up, because they're my motivation as well. There are days when I feel down. They don't even know how much it impact me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When I'm going through certain stuff, they're the only one that can heal me, can touch me. You know what I'm saying? So
I can't touch you.
In the sense, there's
I'm joking. I know what you mean.
I'm not gonna bash you. But I'm just saying, in certain sentiments, there are certain things that you can't do.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? So
I get exactly what you're saying.
But we still don't. For me, I know personally, like, I've given myself my flowers from the moment I started showing up for my kids. I didn't run away from them, not one time. There are days, which is why I said there are times when guys probably feel because we this ego thing, it will kill you, because when you can't provide certain things. Because I remember, typically you do have hard days. We've seen that, ourselves. Whereas in some days the kids don't see it.
No,
you know what I'm saying? But
and they don't have to see it, because we always have to put up this.
We put up this thing that to let them not see it. But then we've had hard days, and as a father, I feel some type of way when I can't do certain things. And these are not the stuff that we would consider as used to spoiling them, but like important stuff.
Yeah.
You feel some type of way, man. And the good thing about, if most fathers are like the person that I am, like, I'm a go-getter. Like, I don't give up that easily. You can put me down, but I'm gonna get right back up. You know what I'm saying? So, but because guess what? I want that thing of being able to be there for the kids.
For the kids.
So, like, apart from getting my flowers now from you, I appreciate it. But, like, I've given myself that flowers from the day I realized that I showed up for them kids.
Yeah.
And I've never ever stepped away.
Wait for anyone to actually give you those flowers.
Yeah, I've never stepped away. Like, but I'm pretty sure there are much more fathers out there like myself.
Yeah. The good thing is that now, to be honest, I feel like now a lot, I don't know, maybe it's because of social media, but I think there is a lot of fathers, our generation, that have stepped up. We see that, even public figures, we see them being fathers. They make fatherhood so cool. You know what I'm saying? Which is something that never used to really.
Because when we were growing up, father would seem to me, this is just like my opinion. No, it's not a matter of a chore. Father would seem to me like a financial decision, right? Most fathers weren't able to provide financially to their kids, and they'll be reminded by the mothers to say, hey, school, because I mean, oh my God, I applaud the single mothers, trust me. But they'll be reminded that, hey, school is coming up, the kids need this, knowing that, the fathers most time don't even fulfill some of these promises. And the mother still have to find it. But then, like, no, like you said, I think the races and I want to bring it up more. Like, the good thing about this is that we've gotten so used to this whole thing of people not giving us our flowers, or recognizing us, to the point where even when you give it to us, like we said, those scars don't heal. Because like you still feel like there's more for you to do. Because it's like you're never enough. You're never good enough. Oh my God, a woman can just go ahead and make 2 fritters. My mother used to just make some fritters, throw on the table, and we good. It's like the best thing she's ever done. But then you find out, if my father step in the room and make a whole big platter, it's like there's no recognition to that platter.
To say, "Oh, daddy did this."
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've seen that, but at the same time, I'm not experiencing it myself, like with my kids. Because like with our kids now, then I realize that they do recognize me. They give me that credit. So that makes me feel good as well, to say, I'm doing something, good and all of that. So I mean, like, we just need to recognize them more.
I also feel like fathers need to
stop blaming these other absent fathers, using them to crush
everybody else. Yes. It's like we paint everybody with the same brush, and every father with the same brush, and it's not really okay, because you will realize, like, when it's Father's Day, absent fathers trend more than present fathers. And that's so sad to watch, because you're like, there is a lot of present fathers now than way back. But like we're saying, the scars don't heal. So you find that people will make trend an absent father by telling their stories of what, like you were just telling your story of what they went through. Those scars don't heal. So it's like now the present father is being overshadowed and overpowered by the absent father, again, on the day to appreciate present fathers.
Because again, good doesn't get, like, I mean, bad trends more than good.
But
the one thing I know is that good always overcome bad, no matter what. It might take a longer time or stuff, but because I mean, what I'm doing now in terms of getting the recognition, it's not by force, it's by will.
You just play your part.
That's it.
You just play your part.
You know what I'm saying?
And do what you feel needs to be done by you, what you can, the best way you know how. And you will get your flowers. Like, if you have a woman like me, obviously, I'm going to give you your flowers. Yeah, if you have the kids you have, they will give you your flowers. And you find that some fathers don't get that. They don't get that, and
I
wish they could.
I personally want to give them that flowers now, to all the fathers out there who show
up
for their kids in whatever way, because this whole thing of thinking that we just got to show up financially, no,
it's not gonna cut it.
We there's more to it than that,
but also with the financial part, you realize that the women are the ones who actually push away the man if he cannot provide financially.
Because they're with women put a figure on everything. Like, they will tell her that they want $3,000. The guy only has $2,000. She won't take it. You know what I'm saying?
Because the guy has 2,000 and the guy has time,
right,
to spend with the chat.
You know what I'm saying? But it's coming from, if they're in a relationship, more likely will be okay. But let's say they're separated, which is what happens most time whenever you have those problems. Yeah. If they're separated, then she won't take it, because again, it's coming from a spiteful perspective.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To say, hey, if you can't give me this, I don't want anything. And then she grew up giving people the impression that she alone raised a child. So I wanna.
I can never get that part. Like, there are women out there who have crazy baby daddies, who have absent baby daddies for real, who have sperm donors for real. Not some crazy thing that you choose to say, I'm gonna choose to call him a sperm donor by choice. You like, okay, he's a sperm donor because I want 3,000 and he's only giving me 2.5. That means he's a sperm donor. Oh, I want fruit juice and he's only able to just give me this. You know what I'm saying? I want to get my hair done, but he's only able to pay for the child's hair, not mine. So that means he's an absent father. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about real absent fathers for real. So when you realize that there is people who are dealing with that, like women who are dealing with absent fathers in that way, for real, and then you have a present father and an absent father by choice. An absent father by choice meaning you choose for that father to be absent by how you treat that father, right? By certain actions towards that father where the demand is outrageous. I demand this, I demand that, I demand that. If you cannot provide this, then you're not going to see the child. And that, I feel like that is not fair. And I want to applaud, like we're saying, want to applaud the present fathers and those fathers who never give up because they still pushing. They still pushing, even though the baby mama is going to be dramatic, they're still pushing. They're like, you know what? You can go cry in your corner there, but I'm still going to be present for my child. I'm not going to walk away. And some of them don't have that patience to stick around because if you're going to have someone all the time, you're like, what the hell? I cannot deal with this. I'm going to let the child grow up and the child will decide what's up.
Which is what most,
and that robs the child of that time.
The child is then punished for that. So I mean, but that's why we're on this mission now, and that's why you find people like ourselves now who are being like a voice for a lot of these people.
We give you credit.
We want to be a voice for the fathers that are there now, like in their child's life. Like you said, the ratio is going up a lot more now. We're seeing better days on what. Then again, like we said, the scars doesn't heal.
Be a father now.
But I mean, like keep playing those roles, man. I mean, the impact that you have on these kids, it's amazing how you touch them. You have no idea the connection. Just you showing up to a football practice, you have no idea the
bond,
boost that it gives this child. The fact that, I mean, I think I saw, oh my God, I saw a video with something like that where it's in, I think a child was, apparently was graduating and nobody showed up for him. Well, that's what he thought, right? But then, and he was so sad, because he was looking and he didn't see anybody. And he had that thing, he was just so down. The moment he looked and he saw his dad, like he picked up on his dad, oh my God, he gave him that. You know what I'm saying? He felt so, it's like nobody has showed up, just the dad. And he just gave him that boost. And I'm like, oh my God, that's just one of those, that's just an example. What I mean, like to show the impact that we have on our kids, man. We're like role models,
Yes. And like I say, nobody can replace their father. Nobody can. Yes, we can play, we can act as mothers, we can act as fathers, but we can never really give the children what they desire, need.
A guy is need, like I said, even if it's from the stepfather point of view.
Yes. The fathers will step up as well.
Yes, because the fact that you're playing the role of being a role model, that's fine, man. You know what I'm saying? We've seen so many of those transform into potential, like most of the kids right now. Oh my God, so the impact is great. We're dealing with kids, especially now of this generation, that are more sensitive. So they use every little thing.
And they're more expressive as well compared to.
Yeah, so I mean, I mean, it's great what we're seeing now. I want to see more of it. That's why we're voicing it out there to say, more fathers should step up,
and mothers need to give the fathers
that credit. And
don't push him away. don't let your child be a statistic.
And also to use this platform as a part to endorse those fathers who have been like a role model to their kids, who has been there, who have showed up. So I mean, like, I applaud you guys. So I'm gonna be one of those person that is like,
that makes fatherhood cool.
You know what I'm saying? I want it to be recognized. I want fathers to become like
recognize and get their flowers. And
so
we applaud you guys, the fathers that have stepped up as well. And we know that there are absent fathers, and then you have the present father who steps in and steps up and becomes a good father figure and a good role model to the child that is present in his life. And nobody can take away that, even though you don't get enough credit. But like deep down, like he said, give yourself the flowers. Give yourself the flowers.
We look at the present one. The fact that you know that you're there. Because time will tell, and eventually you get those, you get those flowers. By the time you're getting those flowers, you have already awarded yourself. Like the stage that I'm at already, I've already rewarded myself. Like the moment I showed up for my kids,
you were like, okay, this is it. Let me put on this cap.
The fact that I didn't walk away from them, alone means a lot. For women, it's a more time trajectory. Like you don't have to see a time span and it say let's see how long he's gonna be there, that type of thing. But for us, like the fact that I'm there, like I want to show up in different ways, obviously, but I'm not robbing none of my kids of that. So again, I applaud the fathers out there, so
keep pushing, guys. Keep pushing, we see you.
Take this one
we
for
respect
us.
You. Yes, cheers to the present fathers.
So
thank you for joining us. We'll be back again next week. Join us again with another exciting topic. I know today was a bit of sensitive and emotional, but this
is what it is. We have to talk about it, because we have to find more ways to talk about these stuff, because people are keeping too much stuff inside. So again,
so if you're a father walking around there and getting the credit,
we give
just know that we give you credit. 1, 2, just know that you deserve credit. It doesn't matter whether they say it or they don't say it. Deep down inside, you're doing the best you can, and that's all that matters. What everybody else thinks or what the baby mama thinks,
that's it.
God. Thank you so much for joining us. For myself, Kiki Nemad,
and Kevin Nemad, right here.
We are
right now. We out. Peace.